My mother-in-law, Evelyn, smirked as she demanded a share of my business. "You owe us half," she declared. My husband, Nathan, mumbled, "Just give her something to keep things calm." A few days later, Evelyn strutted into my bakery, acting like she already owned it, expecting legal documents. I handed her an envelope with a smile. She tore it open, read the contents, and lost it. "You selfish," she shrieked. "I run a thriving little bakery in Savannah, Georgia. Built from the ground up. No inheritance, no handouts. Just years of perfecting recipes, scraping together savings, and working 70-hour weeks. 3 years ago, the business exploded in popularity. Customers come from across state lines for our pastries, and we've been featured in local publications. It's my heart and soul, my child in a way since I don't have kids." Then I married Nathan. Nathan seemed great at first, steady, reserved, encouraging. He's an accountant and we seemed like a solid match. But after the wedding, I realized his mother, Evelyn, acted like she'd married me too. She's the kind of person who commands every room, interrupts constantly, and plays the frail health card when she's not the focus. You've met her type. At first, it was small digs, snide remarks about my unpolished style or how my bakery's vibe was charming, but not my taste. Nathan always set to brush it off. "She doesn't mean it," he'd say. Then Evelyn started hanging around the bakery. A lot. She'd sit with her friends, loudly judging the desserts, the staff, the service. Once she waltzed behind the counter, reorganizing things to help. I calmly asked her to stay out of staff zones. She laughed it off like I was kidding. The real trouble hit 2 months ago. We had Evelyn over for dinner. She arrived dripping in a gaudy necklace, toting a bottle of wine she bragged cost more than our mortgage payment. Mid-meal, out of nowhere, she said, "I've decided I deserve half your bakery." I thought it was a joke and chuckled. She didn't. Leaning back, she smirked. "You wouldn't have this business without my son. You owe us. He gives you the stability to run it, handling the home and finances." My blood boiled. Nathan does some housework, sure, but I cover most of our expenses. He's cut back to part-time work, saying my income lets him take it easy. I never minded, I thought we were partners. I looked at Nathan, waiting for him to shut her down. Instead, he muttered, "Maybe give her a piece to avoid drama." He wouldn't even meet my eyes. Evelyn pressed on, saying I should draft papers giving her half. "It's only fair. Family helps family," she said, adding that her event planning background could elevate my business. Then she winked. "It'll be mine eventually anyway." Nathan stayed silent. I said I'd consider it. And I did, but not how they expected. Evelyn didn't know that a year before meeting Nathan, I'd launched the bakery with a silent partner. My brother, Ethan, a lawyer. He funded the final piece I needed to start, taking a 20% stake. It's all legally locked down. He doesn't meddle, just collects his share and ensures my contracts are ironclad. And Nathan? He signed a bulletproof prenup. He has zero claim to my business or assets. I insisted on that from the start, having worked too hard to risk it. Evelyn's entitlement was absurd, but I wasn't going to just say no. That's too easy when someone tries to steal what's yours. I decided to respond on paper. 3 days later, Evelyn swaggered into the bakery in a ridiculous fur-lined coat, despite the Georgia spring heat, grinning like she'd won. "Got the paperwork?" she asked. I handed her the envelope. She opened it right there. The first page was a letter from Ethan, explaining she had no legal claim to my business, started before Nathan, protected by contracts, and that further demands would lead to legal consequences. The second page was a cease and desist order. Her face flushed as she read. By the end, she was trembling. Then she screamed, right in front of customers and staff, calling me ungrateful, accusing me of destroying the family, and worse. Nathan walked in minutes later. Maybe she'd called him. Seeing the letter, he paled. I looked at him and said, "This is the piece you wanted?" He didn't respond. Evelyn stormed out, vowing to sue. Good luck. Nathan didn't come home that night. I didn't care. I was already planning my next move. Evelyn didn't stop there. The next morning, I woke to 30 missed calls and texts from Nathan. At first, they were calm. "We need to talk. You're blowing this out of proportion. Mom didn't mean it like that." Then they turned desperate. Just say sorry to her. You're making this worse. If you don't fix it, I don't know what'll happen to us. I ignored him. I wasn't about to apologize for defending my business from a woman who thought she could claim half like it was a garage sale find. That morning, 2 employees met me outside the bakery, showing me a phone. Evelyn had posted a vicious public Facebook rant, tagging my business. She painted me as a con artist who'd used her poor son for money, then discarded them once I succeeded. She claimed Nathan had carried me through tough times, and without him, I'd still be peddling muffins from my trunk. It ended with, "It's heartbreaking when family turns greedy. Pray for us." Broken heart emoji. The comments were brutal, her friends piling on, vowing to boycott my shop. I didn't cry or rage. A cold resolve settled in. This wasn't about a share of my bakery, it was about control. Evelyn thought she could shame me into submission, tank my reputation unless I caved. Nathan texted again. "Mom says she'll delete the post if you give her 15%. It's not a big deal." That's when I knew he wasn't just weak, he was complicit. Days passed. I figured they'd back off when I didn't respond, but Evelyn escalated. She and Nathan showed up at the bakery, acting like nothing had happened. Nathan was quiet. Evelyn was loud, announcing to everyone, "I hope you're ready for the family meeting tonight. We'll clear up this misunderstanding." Nathan nodded like it was perfectly normal. Apparently, Evelyn had organized a gathering with Nathan's sisters, their husbands, and her friends to convince me to do the right thing. I declined politely. Evelyn stepped closer, hissing, "You'll regret this. You're humiliating my son. Think this town will keep coming to your little shop after they hear how you treat family." I was done being polite. "Get out," I said. She gasped. "Excuse me." "Out," I repeated. "Both of you." Nathan looked like he wanted to vanish. Evelyn muttered about calling her lawyer, and they left. But I knew it wasn't over. The next morning, 1-star reviews flooded Google and Yelp, obviously fake. Moldy bread. Rude owner. Overpriced garbage. All posted within hours, some from accounts linked to Evelyn's friends. My ratings took a hit. Then I asked Nathan to move out. I needed space and wasn't sure what was left to salvage. He acted wounded. "You're ending our marriage over some papers?" I shot back. "You mean over your mom trying to steal my business? And you enabling her?" He packed a bag and left, likely to Evelyn's. I heard he moved in with her. You'd think Evelyn would feel victorious. No. She went further, filing a trademark claim against my bakery's name, claiming she'd inspired it during family brainstorming, and was an uncredited co-founder. It was so ridiculous I laughed when Ethan called me about it, but it was real. She'd hired a lawyer to demand I surrender the name or pay her a licensing fee. Nathan backed her fully, no longer just keeping the peace. They wouldn't stop until they got their way or ruined me. But people like Evelyn underestimate the quiet ones, the ones who don't lash out but watch and wait. I waited. I collected evidence. Screenshots, witness accounts, every move Evelyn made. Ethan started building a case. Then the health inspector showed up, acting on anonymous complaints about expired ingredients, improper storage, and get this, rat infestations. My bakery is pristine. I knew who was behind it. The inspector found nothing but warned more complaints could trigger more visits. Evelyn was trying to shut me down. Nathan called that night. "Mom says it wasn't her. You're paranoid. Just apologize and this can all stop." I hung up. The next day, an employee quit abruptly, leaving a note about too much drama. I suspected Evelyn's influence. She was friends with one of Evelyn's daughters. Word spread that Evelyn was telling people my business was failing and to jump ship. She thought she was outmaneuvering me, but I wasn't just defending, I was setting a trap. Ethan knows a local journalist who loves a juicy small-town story, especially one about a family targeting a local business. I didn't go public yet. I waited for the perfect moment. Then Evelyn handed it to me. She announced on Facebook she was opening a rival bakery across the street, with a name eerily similar to mine. "Coming soon. A real family bakery with time-honored recipes," she posted. Recipes? Evelyn's idea of cooking is microwaving leftovers. I gave Ethan everything. The fake reviews, health complaints, trademark claim, her non-existent bakery. The journalist dug in and found gold. Evelyn hadn't applied for licenses, the building she claimed was leased to someone else, and her logo was ripped off the internet. It was all a bluff to scare me. Ethan filed a defamation and business interference claim against her. Nathan called. Mom will back off if you give her 10% and drop the legal stuff. I told him it was too late. The story was with the journalist. He went silent, then said, "You're destroying our family." No apology for the lies, the complaints, the attempted theft, just blame for fighting back. Evelyn showed up at the bakery again, sunglasses on, ordering coffee like nothing was wrong. The room froze. I came out from the back. "You're not welcome. Here. Leave." She was stunned. "The story's not out yet. You don't have to do this." She thought I'd cave. I had her escorted out. The next day the article hit. Local bakery owner targeted in family scheme. It detailed the fake reviews, health complaints, trademark stunt, and Evelyn's non-existent bakery, with Nathan's role enabling it. Customers and staff shared stories of Evelyn's overbearing behavior. The story blew up. Facebook X local news. Evelyn was no longer the wronged mother. She was the woman who tried to ruin her daughter-in-law's livelihood for control. Nathan's name was dragged through the mud too. That night, I closed early. Evelyn had called saying they were coming over. The doorbell rang and there they were. Evelyn, Nathan, his sisters, their husbands, Evelyn's best friend, like an ambush to fix the ungrateful baker. Evelyn stormed in. "You've shamed our family in public. Do you know what you've done?" Nathan stood behind her, silent. I stayed calm. "You shamed yourselves. I just told the truth." Evelyn snapped. "We were ready to forgive you. Even now, take down the article, apologize, say you overreacted, and give us 10%. It's nothing to you." I laughed, not out of joy, but at the absurdity. Then Nathan spoke, not to me, but to Evelyn. "Mom, enough." She spun around. "What?" He looked drained. "Stop. It's done. You've ruined everything." The room went quiet. "I didn't think it'd go this far," he said. "I thought we'd scare her into giving in. I didn't think she'd fight back." He looked at me. "I'm sorry," he whispered. It felt hollow. "Too late." Evelyn exploded. "You ungrateful child, after everything I've done." Nathan cut her off. "It's your fault. You wanted half her business. You started the reviews, the complaints, the fake bakery. I just wanted peace." Evelyn's face crumpled. She sobbed raw, furious tears. "I built this family. You'd be nothing without me." Her martyr act fell flat. No one, not even her daughters, comforted her. They stared at the floor. Evelyn stormed out, slamming the door. Nathan lingered. "I don't know where to go," he said. "Not my problem," I replied. He left, and I locked the door. Evelyn deleted her Facebook the next day, overwhelmed by comments. Nathan moved in with her or one of his sisters. I didn't care to find out. The bakery? It thrived. Customers poured in, showing support, ordering more, tipping generously. But at night, my house was silent. Too silent. I thought I'd feel triumphant. I didn't. It's hard to celebrate when the person you trusted was complicit in betrayal. Some friends urged me to forgive Nathan, saying he was caught in Evelyn's web. But he knew what she was doing and went along. For peace? Greed? Approval? It doesn't matter. I didn't just lose a husband. I lost the belief he was ever in my corner. What I gained was better. Freedom. No Evelyn, no Nathan, no walking on eggshells. Just me, my bakery, and a community that knows who I am and what I won't tolerate. People ask if I regret how it went down. Not for a moment. Some play games, but I play for keeps.